Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Leo. Let's do some more Leetcode problems today. So today's problem is called valid word abbreviation. So a string can be abbreviated by replacing any number of non-adjacent, non-empty substrings with their length. The length should not have leading zeros. Let's take a look at the example here. So substitution can be abbreviated to S10N because the U to O part has 10 letters, and it can be substituted to with its length 10. So S10N is a valid abbreviation. And there are also other valid abbreviations here listed. So there are not valid abbreviations. Here we can see there's S55N, which 55 means there are 55 characters. But now we can see there's only 10. That's because it added a empty space in it. And now this one has a leading zero, and this one has a empty substring. So these were not valid, okay? So how do we approach this problem? This is a comparison between two strings, right? So naturally we can consider two pointers. So with one pointer pointing to the first word and one pointer pointing to the second word. So if we start from the first one, this one is I, this one is I, so the same, and we increment it to the next one. This one points to N, this one points to 1. So this is a digit, a number. So we have to pause here. We have to find out how many are the number. How many is the number? How much is the number? And when we figure out we have like 12, we can increment A to 12 and start from the next position, which is here. Okay? So until we reach the end, if both pointers were pointing to the end of each string, then we can return true. Okay? So that's basically how I approach this. So let's look at this example. So we have apple for the word and A to E for the abbreviation. So apparently this should be 3, right? And let's see how it works. So the first pointer pointing to A and second pointer pointing to A. Okay, next. This points to B and this points to 2. Okay, so when we calculate the total number, which is 2, and we increment A is now here, so we increment 1, 2. Okay, and now the first pointer points to L, and the second pointer points to E, which is a mismatch, so we'll return false. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. Let's code it out. So first, it's sanity check. If either word is non-existent, we'll return false. Okay, and second, we can do the two-pointer approach. Initialize it to the leftmost part of each word. So while you're inbound, A is less than word.length and B is less than abbreviation.length. While they were here, so the first thing is ABBR points to a digit. Okay, so if character is digit, ABBR.character at B, B. Sorry, I think there's a typo here. If it's B. So there's another point to take care of if it's leading zeros. So return false. Okay, if ABBR.character at B equals to 0, return false. Okay, and otherwise we can just calculate the total number. So we have a total equals to 0, while b is inbound, and b is still a digit. Okay, let me just get it from here. Okay, so in this case, total will be equal to total times 10 plus ABBR dot character at b 0. So that's how you calculate the total number. And with that said, b plus plus. Okay. So now b, after the while loop, b will be pointing to the first character that is not a digit in the second string. Okay. So now what do? We can increment a with the corresponding total. Okay. So a plus total. And now we can start the comparison from the next position. Okay. So else, if it's not digit, so both pointing to letters. Okay. So if they were not the same, if a is not character at b, return false. Otherwise, if they're the same, a plus plus, b plus plus. We'll just increment each pointer. Okay. At the end, we'll return if a reaches to the end of the first word and b reaches to the end of the second word. Okay. Let's try it. Okay, I think it passes. And let's analyze this complexities. The total time complexity would be O of n, or you can say m plus n, because there were like two strings. So this is, if this is m, this is n, so that's m plus n. And space complexity would be 01, because we only initialize 2 pointers and no other overhead is taken. Okay, let's submit it. Yeah, I think it passes. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in our next video.